The candidates have reached their final stages of campaigning as the most polarized election in recent history becomes more competitive by the day. President Donald Trump took his re-election campaign to the red state of North Carolina as early voting continues. Here's a report.
"19 days to go for the big election day. Trump campaign is racing against the clock to shore up support in the battleground states. This time, Trump took his campaign to a highly competitive state, North Carolina.
19 days from now. Think of that, 19 days. You believe this? We're going to win the state of North Carolina. We're going to win 4 more years in the White House.
Trump headed to North Carolina to make his poll pitch as the state kicked off early in-person voting. There are early voting locations in all 100 counties of the high-stakes swing state. People formed long queues outside the polling booths as they waited for their chance to vote.
This is probably one of the most significant elections of my lifetime, and I just wanted to get involved and do the process as quickly as possible. And when I came here, I got online about 7 o'clock, and we were about a block and a half down. Everybody online was real friendly and all committed to the same process.
People have an in-person early voting option until the 31st of October. During 2016 presidential election, nearly 3 million people in North Carolina cast their ballots through early in-person voting. That is more than 60% of the total ballots cast. The percentage is likely to drop in 2020 as more than 500,000 absentee ballots have been turned in so far. North Carolina and other states in the U.S. Midwest and beyond are battling a surge in COVID-19 cases. Number of hospitalizations have reached an all-time high. President Trump launched an attack on the credibility of infectious diseases expert Dr. Anthony Fauci and called him a Democrat.
This is really quite... Then you have my friend, and he's a nice guy, Tony Fauci. He's a nice guy. He said, this is not a threat, this is not a problem, don't worry about this. Not that one's a problem, it's the craziest thing. Then he said, do not wear a mask. Do not wear a mask under any circumstances. Don't wear a mask, don't, right? So if we don't wear a mask, then they say, oh, wear a mask. I never saw it. Do you ever see any conflicts? But he's a nice guy, so I keep him around, right? We'll keep him around. He's a Democrat. Everybody knows that. He's Cuomo's friend. Cuomo did the worst job of any governor in the United States.
Dr. Anthony Fauci claims that he has been apolitical for his entire career of over 5 decades. A few days ago, Dr. Fauci called out Trump campaign for using one of his statements in an election advertisement without his permission. He also expressed dismay over his words being taken out of context. In 2016, President Trump beat his then Democratic challenger Hillary Clinton. An average of all opinion polls shows that Joe Biden leads in North Carolina by close to 3 percentage points. Disregarding current opinion poll trends, Trump predicted a big, beautiful red wave on the election night.
They don't want to send in the ballots and have the ballots thrown away into a dumpster. Who are you for, Trump? Get rid of that one. Get rid. This is the craziest thing. They want to vote. Our people want to go and they want to vote. It's going to be a big, beautiful red wave. And let them put in their deal, and we'll check in every one of them.
4 years ago, Trump was benefited by those who decided to vote. Trump's victory came as a surprise. Will voters who remain undecided rescue Trump all over again? Will Trump change the dynamics of the race? U.S. Election Desk. WION World is One.